Okay, welcome everybody. This is Jen. If you haven't watched any of my Facebook Live recordings before, but I just very quickly wanted to come on and talk about energy and what is happening right now with the energies. We are going through so much change in our cycle of evolution into our beingness, and I have been channeling quite a few messages for a DNA repair gathering that I'm going to be doing in Huntington on Saturday. So in preparation for these gatherings and these DNA clearings and light body activations, I get all these messages, and they're universal messages. So what affects me affects you, and vice versa. So this is, everything that I always talk about, I am going through myself. And we are really experiencing some pretty intense but also exciting energies right now. I don't know if anybody has been feeling this particularly in the last couple of days and even today. Really this whole week there's been a lot of heavy energy. That is because what we are doing, our light bodies are literally releasing these denser energies that we are holding. And really from the moment that you were born and you come into your physical body, your soul can feel the heaviness. And it is this path and this journey that through all of the healing modalities and all of the work that you are doing, you are clearing all of that denser energy. So we are at this incredible, exciting, unknown territory that we are all collectively experiencing right now. So I definitely want to just share some of my personal experiences that I have been going through. And like I said, usually it's universal. So there might be something that I say that strikes a chord within you. It makes you feel not so alone in what is happening. So a lot of agitation, very rushed, very fast energy, a lot of anger is coming up, and a lot of fear. So for me personally, I have been going through this lesson of change and being in the flow of this constant evolvement of my soul. And it's been something because it's so rapid and so fast, and the energy is so high. It's I feel sometimes like a rubber band that's just, it's my cat Jasper coming in, expanding and contracting and expanding and contracting, and that is truthfully what is happening. Our bodies are expanding and contracting. We're releasing and we're bringing in. And the other night I had this profound experience. I think it was before I was going to teach the Reiki 3 class, where it's really so hard to explain that I could feel myself moving in and out of all of my different bodies, like my multidimensional self. And that is what collectively is happening as we evolve and as we go into what I've been calling the original self from the last channeling that I did last week in Massapequa. That we're moving through these states of going back to our original self, and the intensities and the rawness of what you can feel, the rawness of your emotions, is all being brought up to the surface because your higher self wants to expose this and embrace that and integrate that. So this is why I do a lot of the DNA and chakra alignments, because that really helps to bring that all back into alignment so you can release these things. So a lot of fears are coming up. Like I was saying the other night, I was having so much anxiety as I was consciously aware of moving in and out of these realities, and I did feel constricted in my fear and the unknown. We are changing into who we really are, our original selves. So this is nothing that has been experienced here before. So that this is why it is creating so much anxiety, and even for myself, it's changing the way we look, changing the way we feel, how we are representing, how we are showing ourselves to ourselves, really, you know, and to others. So we're moving through, like they were showing me this, just like that rubber band, of just feeling so restricted at times, but then really in the flow. So one moment I am just like, it's almost like manic in a sense, you know, I feel really, really like, you know, connected and expansive. And then all of a sudden I just get hit with these overwhelming fears of like, holy crap, like what is happening? Like, am I going to be able to handle what is going on? Am I going to be able to like handle this new reality and this new way of being? Because it has just been so overwhelming, and we are all in it together. So this is what is so really kind of cool, you know, that we're really all in it together, and our guides and our angelic light beings, our ancestors who have all passed over, they are stepping up, so you can feel even more of their presence as we are going through this intense clearing. I am talking mental body, feeling that you might literally have a breakdown. There's been many times where I have felt that, you know, am I going to be able to mentally, you know, handle what is happening? And I'm seeing all these changes with my body that I've never experienced before. So it is bringing up all of those aspects of this new way of being. Yeah, so, oh God, dreams. There's another thing. We are releasing so many of our karmic patterns and sources, really trying to show us through our dreams, so they can be coming through our fears, coming through in our dreams. And what they're really talking about is that you have a choice. You know, we come here in this reality. It's wonderful that we've asked to come in during this incredible time that we, you know, in our age group, let's say, you know, people not born, you know, in the 2000s, like we've experienced what it is like to be really constricted and really one way of being, where these souls are now have incarnated into. They don't know any different. They're coming in, and they are of a higher vibration, so they're not in that uncomfortable space where a lot of us are. And my guide, like she was talking a couple of channelings ago, that we are these warriors, and it is true. We are here and we are experiencing something that has never been before on planet Earth. So these souls that are coming in, they're already there. They're not going to feel that uncomfortability and how we are feeling it. It's like we literally took on the role to come here and, you know, do that and be in that shift. So, you know, this is why we're having so many more fears coming up, and then one moment where we're just feeling so rushed by spirit, and then another moment we are bogged down because we're in this complete change now of going into what I said, the, you know, original self. Some people call it the authentic self. So all of these aspects are coming up as we really get into the flow. And they were talking about how we chose to come here for this incarnation to experience this grand shift that is happening, and we were right there. But we have free will. We have free will to choose. Okay, do we choose to be in the constricted energy? And this is what I have been going, God, like all week. I have been in the fear of change mode because I can feel it within my entire being. And that's the raw. That's the raw that my guide was talking about, how that is just raw, pure emotions that are coming up. So we have this choice. We have this choice to be in that raw moment and be in the flow with the change that is happening, or are we gonna be constrictive and just kind of stay in that space? And yeah, we just have this total karmic and ascension lessons that are coming up through those fears, because you have to understand that that whole karmic energy of all of our lifetimes, and even going back into the original form of our soul, is all it's all coming up and coming up raw into our being. And this is how, yes, like Stacey's just saying, rise above your lessons. Exactly. That's exactly what's been happening. That those karmic lessons are really here for this wave of light workers that are here. So, I'm doing this channeling on Saturday, and it, like I said, it always brings up this stuff for me. And then I can share this to you guys and let you know that, we're all in it together. And really just to, when you're in that space of feeling restricted, to, like what I've been saying, change is the only constant thing, and I kind of just see myself going on this wave, on this entire wave, where I can just be in that flow and be aware of why my fears are coming up with this change that is happening. So we've had these portals come in, and a lot of us know that the Lion's Gate is August 8th, and this is when there are more light energies coming in to the planet and into your body. So the ascension rays, I guess we can call them. So these are the ascension rays. And what those rays are doing is now we're clearing from our bodies and allowing more light to come in. And when you are in the flow of your light body, when you are truly allowing your light body to be the driving force of your reality, that's how you ascend. It's not necessarily you ascend. I think some people just think that, okay, we're going to ascend and we're going to cross over. No, I don't. For some, that's true, but for me personally, ascending is moving into my light body, where that is the driving vehicle in my life. And we are always going to have ascension symptoms. Okay, so it is not something that, this kind of just like hit me over the head today, that we're always going to be going through something, and we are going to be feeling this intensity, and we're going to feel that heaviness that is happening and that we're releasing from our bodies, but in the collective, because that was what we came here to do. So when you're in that moment where you're like, holy shit, I don't think I can take another day in this human body. Just think that we really did sign up for it. And you signed up for it because you got the strength to go and deal with it, and to be here and be present, and to be here and experience what it was like before and what it is going to be like now. I mean, just think about it in that totality. Right? You're in a space where you completely know how it was before. And here we're moving into this incredible new way of being, where these other, like I was saying before, like these souls that are coming in, they're not going to know any difference, because they're already coming in with those energies. But we actually are experiencing the before and the after. And I can feel my guide coming in right now, and she is just really, really excited, and they're really stepping up for helping us know our power. we are powerful. We are becoming empowered through moving back to our original selves, which is empowerment encompassed. That's who we are, and that's that divine feminine coming up, that intuitive feminine energy that's coming up, that is just coming in and kicking ass, if you will, if you don't mind me saying that. So those ascension rays, the ascension rays with the Lion's Gate, so you can actually, if you think about it, if you don't know about when the portals started opening up on June 6th, you can see where it's like all leading up, and it's like, we know, it's like you can feel it, like you feel like something is like something big, everything's like bottling up and something big is about to explode. And I really feel that it's like all of this energy leading up to the Lion's Gate on the 8th, where this energy is just going to help release so much of what we are experiencing. And they're here to help us evolve into that beingness, and move into our light body. So all right, so anything else that they were talking about and what I've been experiencing? Choosing our reality. That's a thing too. You have a choice. If you want to stay in that reality of fear and feeling constrict, and those energies like being, constricting you, you can choose that, because we're in the free will zone. So keep that and bear that in mind when you are in that moment and you feel like you're gonna just like lose it, and you're wondering where this fear is coming from, or why another fear is being brought on, or a fear that you thought you cleared is being resurfaced. Okay, so bear that in mind, that's another thing that is happening too. Personally for me, I was saying a lot of physical changes that I don't like, but here we are. We have to go with the flow. I've been having a lot of like, body pains, and that is another thing that is happening as well. People are having these injuries and they're clearing their karmic energy through the injuries, and we're also having more body pains, sleep disruptions, like just, who knows what sleep is like anymore. I don't know. I'm happy when I sleep 3 hours straight. I'm pretty excited. But we are doing our soul work. We're literally going into, these different realms, and we're doing our soul work. So another thing, like I was saying, Jen was just saying, she hurt her toe, and I know a couple of the people with their ankles. That's another thing, like the ankles and the knees, like for myself, moving forward. So I'm really mindful of, we have like energy portals, if you think about it, in these major bone, like these major joints, right? Your knees are holding and helping you walk and take a lot of heavy energy. So we bring in a lot of energy and we exit a lot of energy through those joints. If you ever like feel like the buildup and your bones crack, that's been happening. It sounds like my knee is breaking, or like they're caving in on one another. So, it's very mindful of what is happening as we're clearing now through the physical body. So we cleared like all the outer energies, and now the denser energy is the physical. So just bear that in mind when you're experiencing body pains and not sure why you're having those body pains. The teeth, that's another thing that's coming through the bone, so you might be experiencing that. A lot of stomach disruptions too. As we are bringing in more of the light energy, we're releasing. So I've been having definitely for a couple of weeks now experiencing, stomach issues as well. So that is just in a nutshell. I don't know how long I've been on, but I just wanted to come on really, really quick and just share some of my experiences and you know, if they resonate, maybe, you know, it'll help you, you know, move further into that flow. And be mindful of that when it starts coming up and you're feeling, you know, those fears and that restrictive energy. And we're right there. We're literally right there. So you can feel it. We're just right there where something big is going to happen and we're going to shift. So all we got to do is just hang on a little bit more. Know that all this is happening for a reason. Know that you are moving through your states of your soul, moving back to its original self. Know that this is in perfect alignment with what you have asked for, and know that you can choose. You can choose at any moment. This is where, when you feel so lost in all of this energy that is happening that you don't have control, but you really do, because you can choose at every single moment your reality. Do you want to be in that fear? And that's kind of what I've been just keep saying to myself, you know, okay, this is it. We're moving into this change, and I'm going to be that change. I sound like Michael Jackson. I was channeling Michael Jackson there for a second. I can be that change, that person who wants that change, and this is where I've asked for this. Know that you've asked for this, and that you were sent here for a very important role, and that we're all in it together. Okay, so big hugs to all of you, and I thank you, and I honor the light that is in you and the role that you are doing, and that we're sharing this together. And I will see you soon. And if you're interested to come to the channeling, the DNA, I'm going to be doing the love light language, and to really help transition some of this energy that is still within our bodies, and that's going to be Saturday. So if you're interested, I've put up a couple of things on my pages about that, and look into your events. It should be there too. And if you don't have it, you can just reach out to me, send me a message, and I will set you up with that. And yes, I honor the light that's within you. Namaste, Jen, and I will talk to all of you soon. All right, bye.